Hellos, hellos, filthy animals. Just been in a quick play and thought it might be an interesting one to show peeps. I've just wanted to look at the replay myself, check it out what was going on. We have some guy over here. Anyway, we'll see in a minute. I'm playing 184th on the left here, and my opponent is 78th Sturm on the right. We're both unbalanced. And this I'm going for like my balanced rush deck. Just into quick play, so I didn't know what map I was going to come on, and the basic idea of this is a little bit of craziness, as you might be able to see here. I've got lots and lots of jeeps going in the Superdi PPSH. I'm just going to rush in and try and storm this flag and capture them right from the get-go. Just throwing in flamers. My thinking is, because they've got the PPSH, the submachine guns combined with the flamers as well, so it's kind of like one big clump of a unit. So these things are 10 points, the flamers are 15 points. So a couple of them, I think the 5-man squads, a couple of them sort of add up to about 14 men for the price of, what would the price be? 10, 20, 35, which is alright, but it's all CQC stuff. I've also got a sniper going down here. I've got a Valentine's going down some AA because I'm expecting the AA run to come in and try and prevent it. PTRS as well to pick off some transport, and M42 as well to help protect the road, and just one unit Strelky DP at 1-star vet, and they are in a half track. And same, not quite the same actually, a bit different over here. I've got the ZIS 3 coming in, a sniper to go into the church, a Maxim to protect the town. And that's my alarm. Wait a second. And whoa, we're off. Yeah, so we can see what's going on here. And my opponent is free Bill Horod people, blah 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 blah, something or other. And over here, very light. I just got a unit going into here. I've got another one of these Superi PPSHs just going into here, hoping to snipe something possibly because they're super fast. PTRS coming into here, just in case he tries to rush me over there in that direction. And M3S going onto the hill. And just light protection over there. Just basically rushing stuff out really early. And this is going to be a bit mad now. He has got a Pack 40 coming in here as well. And as you can see, picks off one transport. I get one flamer unloaded. The rest are going over here. I just unload all these at once now. Just start shifting them across. Again, with the SMGs, they've only got 4. Oh, it's a 4-man squad. But there's 4 of them in here, so it's 16 men. Submachine guns just going in, doing a bit of damage. He brings a BF-109 to start strafing, get rid of Maxim. Successful there. My half track's in here now. Also in here, managed to get this in. I was hoping to get this into here. I don't even know if it manages to get there or not. I was focusing over here at this point in time. Doesn't look like... Oh, it would have been nice if we got that thing unloaded. Would have been a pain for this T26. But managed to get into the hill here, so I've got one flag at least. But lost this over here. This stuff is holding up. The snipers managed to pick this off. I guess the PTRS, I dropped one here and one over here. I guess they managed to unload these guys and do some work. But I did check across here and thought, yeah, that's okay. I can live with that. I bring my IL-2 recon just to scare away the BF-109. I do have the 25mm in here too. And like now I'm just sort of ploughing through, hoping to get a hold of this, secure that flag. T26 goes down to the ZIS 3, I believe that was. Yeah, now looking pretty good. So I would say it's a fairly successful rush. These things are super cheap, like I was saying. See, 10 points, and then flame is 15 points. You get 9 of them in an A card. So it's just a simple rush tactic here. Because on this division, you don't have much which is very fast. I mean, the Valentine's just arriving now. But once it gets there, it can do some serious work. These are great tank killers, these things. And you have your light, these tanks as well. They're not particularly fast, not well armoured. So I'm just basically want a shock and awe tactic at the start. just to confuse him, knock him off his guard a bit, and just defensive on this flag. I'm still reinforcing into here. This is my main focus, bringing in some Strelki as well, hoping to get them into the town. At this point, unfortunately, they've all pretty much died off. The Beglite Pioneers, I think, just pretty much mopped up everyone there. Pretty nasty experience, but I do double down on this. I think I'm bringing more in and more. The Strelki DP, I'm bringing this into here actually, because I want to try and gain this flag. Got these guys into here, I do move them across shortly. Trying desperately to hold on to this flag here, but it is going to go down. And now I'm the one getting ticked. Got a big gap in the middle, losing 2 flags here. My Strelki was enough to hold off here with the support of this light tank. I wasn't worried about too many light vehicles coming up onto the hill because I know he doesn't have much. To be honest, I forgot about the T-26s. Down here, I've got no AT out. I think I had one to start with, but maybe not. I don't have any of my my big boom anti-tank stuff until A. I decided to bring out a fighter now just to sort of rotate, see what's going on. Unfortunately, he does have a flak out now, and he's going to pick that off. I think I might have been strafing that down like an idiot. For some reason, I must have thought it was a mortar or something. Infantry not having much joy over here. There's another machine gun up here. I'm moving up my AAPs to help pick off the infantry. Strelki's died again. His superior infantry of 78th Sturm, and yeah, my fighter goes down unfortunately. It's where I decided to bring in 2 ZIS-3s. These are the artillery ZIS. I'm going to pop them both here and start laying down defensive fire into this area to this area. Start causing some havoc. Bring the Strelki up here, just getting the flag back. Still getting ticked down unfortunately. So this flag should have been mine. I've just lost his flag over here. The Superi probably not going to last much longer in there. PTRS are hidden in this building though. They're kind of safe at the moment. Got my sniper spotting from up here. Machine gun for protection in case he rushes into the town. And now the Strelki coming in. So at this point it was like, yeah, not gone too well. Not gone too well at all. Down here I'm kind of thinking I can still keep pushing over here. I've got my Valentine there. I think it's out of HE. It's got 2 HE shells left. The AAPs is covering me as well. I may as well just keep it going. It's got Alpha Clara in here too, so he's got good eyes on my tank. Nice position actually for that. You can see all the way over here and over here. Not bad. My ZIS-3 is laying down some HE fire onto the Schützen, which is nice. But it's quite vulnerable in this position. My opponent bringing out more flak. Seems to be quite worried about the AA. The air, I should say. He's really got a nice position in this town here. It's going to be tough for me to get him out. I'll just move my Strelki in, hoping I can finish off whatever's in here. Decide to bring out a Valentine up onto the hill just to help cover. I'm bringing a leader around here to help support these units so I don't get any surrenders going on. Was a little bit worried about what's going on over here at this point. Strelki here. I'm bringing out a half track as well, hoping to sneak this flag. Still being ticked down. My AA does go down, unfortunately. The Valentine, like I said, great tank killer. It did take out the Stug. If you get this close up to a Stug, they are really good. They're really, really good. Yeah, because well, I have these. This is just a 1 star, so it's about nearly 50% accuracy. The rate of fire is going to be like 14 rounds per minute or something, and they can pen most things at fairly close up. They do some decent work. The rate of fire is what generally will outbox a Stug. You get the same thing happening with the Churchill 4s as well. Well, Churchill 4s are a little bit more durable. I think they've got better frontal armour. If I remind, yeah, I think the Churchill 4's got 90. Anyway, time to bring another Maxim. Got a leader in here as well now. ZIS-3 to help cover for any tanks coming down the road, any more Stugs. He does have Pack 40, which he's not bringing out just yet, which will be able to pop my Valentine. Now I'm starting to get my artillery to fire into this forest, get rid of all this. More Strelki DP coming in with half tracks, getting the flag, but I'm still getting ticked down. Lost the Strelki in here, so I've lost this flag again. But yeah, looks like I traded fairly effectively up to now. It's not been too bad. Just in terms of the tickets, not particularly well. I was surprised this was surviving so long up here. But I guess he doesn't really have so much light armor. I was expecting a T26 to come around up onto here. But N3S should be able to box pretty well with that. I brought a Valentine round here to pick off. There's a T26 in the forest just here. I had eyes on that, so I brought him round just to pick him off. More Strelki coming in now. Just trying to get a presence into this little building complex here. I wasn't sure what was going on back here. I thought he might have quite a few troops in there. So bringing in Maxim. Maxim's coming up onto the hill, I believe. Yep, just in case there's a push across on the hill. More Strelki coming in round here. And on the fighty side, oh, I did bring out another Zenat, as you can see. And do I manage to pick this off? Smoking heavily. Yep, just goes down. Get him a Strelki DB across here now. Hoping to get into this forest. Cause more annoyance. Keep pushing to try and get in this town. Lost some infantry. The Strelki are going to manage to get into this building at least. Half track round here, just sitting around, not doing much. The pack has taken out my Valentines, and as this 3 is shortly going to be retreating, if I remember rightly. I think I spotted that out. And now I'm bringing in the artillery fire in this direction to deal with this pack. Elsewhere, not a lot more going on. Drop the Maxim back here, defensive position, just in case he starts rushing around here. Strelki have cleared out the MG. Gonna mop up this Schutzen as well. And now I see the front line drastically moving, so I'm like, oh, this is good. I must be doing quite well. And what else? Yeah, I'm bringing in a tank round here now because I want to secure this flag. It's an annoyance. Bringing in Strelki SVT. We are in B phase now, so I'll get some better infantry. Had a lot of fodder in A, except for the Strelki DP here. That pesky Aufklärer should go down. Yep. And I think I did. Yeah, I did manage to retreat this back in time. Brought out a mortar here as well. I'm going to start bringing in a lot of artillery, a lot of mortars where I can. There's one over here too. This is peppering down into this area. I want to soften it up. I'll just put it on defensive fire, and something must have been spotted out at some point. So it's going to start doing some stuff. Snuck the flag there very briefly. But yeah, feel pretty good over here now. So decide to start ploughing in some more more units. Just getting some SVT into here to clear out this forest. And then try and push across into this forest shortly afterwards. So I was thinking. One Strelki gone down to the Schutzen by the looks of it. Not a massive surprise. Alright, artillery still firing. They are running low on munitions now, but I should be bringing in a supply wagon fairly quickly. Yeah, artillery being quite a bit of an annoyance over there. Yeah, in this deck, like I've said before, 184th, you get lots and lots and lots and lots of things. So it's great for going into a balanced, and you're not going to run out of anything in the game. You're just not. It's not going to happen. If you're playing team games, it's not a bad division to pick. It doesn't have like the best weaponry. In terms of artillery, you've got a ton, an absolute ton of artillery, some decent options as well. Yeah, mortars, they are doing a trick. Putting Schutzen there, so the Strelki might be able to mob them off. Strelki SVT moving up as well. This half track has done a decent amount of work over there. And here we see Nebelwerfer on the field now, wanting to take out my tank. And nearly does so. Seemed like a strange target to go for, to be honest. I guess he was hoping that this was all that was up there, and then he'd just push across with his infantry and take this forest. That must have been what he's thinking. Meanwhile, up here, I did lose the Strelki in here. I pop out the Strelki DP, because I spotted these out. I had no idea all this was around me though. I just popped him over there and looked elsewhere, and yeah, he got picked off. Maxim laying down some fire though. Zis 3 still got some HE going on. He's having a pop at the beg lights. Might be able to pin them. Mortar's still helping to back up. I'm bringing in more infantry now as well. Strelki SVTs around here. Managed to pin these very luckily, so the Zis 3 can keep firing on them. Yeah, he has a really nice defensive setup in here, but I'm really pounding at him as well. I've retargeted this artillery for this forest, hoping to get back into here. Over here, lost my Strelki SVT again. Stern Pioneers, such a pain. The power of the flamers. Unluckily, my tank wasn't quite in the leader range of my tank. The influence range, sorry. But I decided to move my tank up a bit further now and help pick these off. Got a little Stuart coming through as well to help out. Over here, I decided to go for a bit of a push after seeing that big opening, but nope, big light grenadiers are about. Strelki SVT are not going to be enjoying all that. I decided to bring out 120mm mortar now as well, and that's going to start just pounding this town. Just pound away, pound away. It's a proper grindy deck here. Yeah, my half-track, he thought he could get into here after he destroyed my tanks, but as you can see, he's moved them out into the open. Looks like he took his eye off it as well, and the half-tracks have finished them off. That fighter bomber did absolutely nothing there. Never mind. Yeah, I start bringing a few fighter bombers now and bigger bombers. This Stug up here is going to be an annoyance for me. So I think I do start to bring up my Valentines fairly soon to try and get rid of that thing. Managing to get a tick on him now, thanks to this flag in the centre, and I've finally got my own flag back here. Move the Strelki into the forest. On their own against these things, they're just going to get absolutely walloped. Yeah, Schutzen. They're just bulky squads, and there's two of them too. The Strelki actually, yeah, they've just got a couple more SMGs on them, so it helps them out. And more men in their squad, more hit points. Maxim getting peppered by the Stug. I believe I'll be moving this up fairly shortly. I'm still in B phase. Got Tanko Komratian in now with his sniper rifle, be causing some annoyance, a lot of stress. Beg Light Pioneer in the forest is going to be a pain to get killed, but if they get these Strelki SVT fairly close, they might do some work. But against 9 assault rifles, it's going to be tough unless the half-track helps support him. Nebelwerfer coming in again and does manage, is it 2 of them firing? He's got 3 of them in his back line here. Manages to pick one off and gets the supply truck. A little bit annoying to say the least. Yeah, my half-track does have eyes on this. Just see, look at these beg lights. Look how quickly they're mashing them up. These are 2-star as well. The half-track is 2-star. Look at the killing they're doing though. Do manage to get them just about. Yeah, this Strelki, not surprisingly, goes down. I do spot this out and decide to retreat this, thinking that these guys can probably kill him. Jumps into the forest, a couple of Superi. Managed to get Beg Light Pioneer. Great kill there. Managed to get a flag as well. 1410. Unfortunately, everything in my forest died here. I think that's a Nebelwerfer strike coming down. Yeah, my Valentine did eventually move up and took down the Stug. Yeah, my sniper was helping spot things out as well. Moved him out of the building, brought another sniper into the building. Although looks like he's actually in the churchyard, not in the building. More Strelki SVT coming in now. Going to try and make another move for this area. The tick is on. Managed to sneak some stuff into the back line here, but they got pinned unfortunately. But might cause a little bit of problem. Meanwhile, still trying to get into here. Slowly wearing him down. Was a brutal fight in this area. That's laying down so much artillery. 120mm firing away. Is he going to take out this flak? Gets a decent hit on it. Will do some serious damage. It's not a million miles away. At this range is not too bad. There we go, we see. One direct hit. Seriously stressed out. Usually I say if you get 2 of these and you fire it at AA, it's pretty much going to be destroyed. If you get 3, then you can kill anything with those things. But of course they're obviously quite vulnerable. If your opponent spots this out, then it can be very problematic for you when they destroy him. It's a lot of points to lose. Yeah, here I nearly lost my sniper. He was like down to a few megs. He was in a light cover, so I jumped him into the half track for protection, and then the half track's just going to pick him off. Yeah, but then managed to get him to fall back. I was watching this at this point, and I did spot out the T26. So I was like, uh-oh, I'm going to get popped. So I jumped him out of the half track straight away and moved him into the forest here. He does manage to survive as well, so quite lucky. ISU 122 onto the field at long last. It's going to come out into the open. Going to help deal with this pack. The pack is trying to take out the sniper. The sniper's trying to take out the pack. The ISU 122 is now joining in a party. It's going to do some serious damage to that thing. Yeah, now I have my good like anti-tank weaponry in play. Finally getting through into the back line here. Managed to get a munitions wagon as well, which I do manage to steal. Steal? That's a new word. Steal. Stroke SVT. Doing some work. They're going to blow up the munitions? No, you're not. I managed to get him. This munitions I do reposition around here and get it to reload as this, which is out of HE. 12-12 on now. A little bit behind on the tickets, but I was feeling fairly confident at this point. I was like, oh, we're getting into a proper grind game. I can do this. He did retreat his pack out the way. Very well done there. And now the Flak 41 is going to be a bit of an annoyance. And I'm bringing out my own sort of equivalent, 85mm. Not as good as a Flak 41, but decent AA weapon that can do some AT as well. Oh, JU-188, nice bombing run there, taking out that unit, even though there wasn't much left. And I have got this flag, got a single tick going again. The mortars are still doing their thing. Picking away at this forest now, because I can see there's something in there. Nebelwerfer firing over here again. Does some nasty work. Luckily I did spot this, as you can see. I managed to have fallen back in time, so suffered a bit of damage but not too much. And luckily the steward is arriving just in time. We'll be able to pick off this Pioneer and possibly the T26, as long as he doesn't get popped by him first. Very well might. And here comes my AA piece. BA-10, this is the sniper's vehicle, transport vehicle. He's been sat around there for a while, spotting things out. Valentine's in here too. Decided to move him up, be more offensive. Same with the ISU 122. Although I think the flak might get him if I'm not too careful. And the pack might come through as well. So some great support weaponry over there now. Pretty much got this locked down. I was very happy with this. Starting to reinforce back into this forest and try and get this flag back again. This 3, not quite moved him around. I do move him around in a bit to try and get some eyes on reinforcement roads and pick some things off. And Saperi coming into here as well now. Want to get him up here into this forest, try and secure his flag. And my Saperi managed to sneak around the back here, but not going to last too much longer over there. Pack 40 unfortunately kills off the Valentine and the recon vehicle. ISU 122, bit silly of me, left it sat in the open for too long, not really got very good vision. The BA-10's helping out a little bit, but yes, there's too much around him. The IG-33 can pick off armour as well. has a good heat round on it, which most people don't really realise this because you don't usually get close enough to use it. Yeah, 750 meter range, 30% accuracy, 160 milliliters pen, heat, 15 damage. Yeah, so if it hits and it pens, you're dead basically. LA coming in for a bombing run. Don't think he'd done much, to be honest. I was trying to build up a bit of air force at this point, see what I could do with that. And yeah, here's my big boom artilleries coming round to here. Want to deal with this flak. Pack up against the 85mm. Pack's probably not going to have a nice time there. The HE on this is pretty hefty. And I'm still pushing for this forest on the hill. Pressuring him a good number of places. And the mortars are still laying down the pain. And this 3 is still laying down pain as well. What's he firing at? Actually firing at the Stug of all things. IL-4, dropping some bombs. Ooh, he just unloaded Pioneering time. Did get a few kills in there, I think. Highly stressed as well. Moving in the Strelky SVT. Hoping to get some possible surrenders. Mop up some units. Superior's going in there too. Still got a tick on him. I am ahead in tickets now. Strelky taking on the IG-33. Probably not the most sensible idea. Yep. Bye-bye. So yeah, really, really weak on my right flank now. Bringing more Strelky, and ISU 122 is coming into support, but I think I'm putting this back up in a more defensive position. Yeah, just putting him back here, just to stop any advancement. I've also brought in another round here to cover this road, in case he tries to flood down here with anything. And reinforcing more into my left flank. Just some more Strelky, got plenty of them, so make use of them. The leader's still in here doing some work. Mortars picking things off. Snuck the half-track round here as well to help deal with reinforcements coming in. He's unloaded his Schutzen all the way back here for some reason. Seems unusual, unless I managed to unload them with this when it moved over. Possibility. More Strelky coming in. Got a couple of leaders in the area too. So I'm quite happy with the setup there, but this Stug is going to be a bit of a pain. There's this 3 on the road, but it's quite close. The mortars are still there. Brought in another... what they called? What are these called? Artillery! Yeah, artillery piece. Brought in another one. This one's got the radio as well. And I do start to bring in... this guy's got a radio. And I've only remembered to bring an artillery lead over here, so... should be in the area of influence, I believe, so should be getting some nasty shots off onto this Flak 41 in radio range for sure, I'd say. And I'm still ticking him. So it's looking okay at the moment. Stug, kind of defensive position at the moment. I did spot this and I was like, should I move this out into the forest, or should I just keep him here? I decided just to leave him here and hope to pick him off with an AT grenade. The Stug went straight past this thing, blind as a bat. And looks like the half-track is going to be really annoying. But he's going to deal with it in a really brutal manner. JU-1A coming in, and it's going to bomb that to pieces. Bit of overkill going on. Another one coming over here, hoping to bomb out and get rid of this leader. Must have got eyes on it with something at some point. But more reinforcements coming in now. I realise how weak I was in this position. Just as the bomber's coming in. My AA back here, probably going to repulse it, I think, before he gets to drop his bombs. Yep. Might even take it down. Or maybe not. These are quite heavy, aren't they? Yeah. If this was a couple of stars and this was on a star, then possibly. Lost his flag again. Back to 12-12. Having a little probe around this area, trying to get this flag back over here. And finally on the left flank, he's moving his Stug up. Zis 3 starting to fire on his Stug. Stug starting to fire on his Zis 3. So I decided to make a run for him. And can he get there and throw off his grenade before he gets too stressed? He does. And he misses because he's too stressed. Then he gets pinned. Then he dies. Well, he surrenders. And I've tried to get the other one to come in here for the Stug as well. Just like, this isn't, yeah, maybe not. I decided to run him away instead. And I got my LA to try and drop a bomb over here onto the tank as well, but I think I hit the infantry unit instead. And he decided to bring in ISU 122 instead to deal with this Stug and just pop him on the road back here. Mortars still doing their job, firing away over here, laying down a lot of fire, being annoying. JU 188 is bringing a lot of pain to this area. I should really have brought some more AA up around here or something, because yeah, he's getting free reign over there with his bombers. Another Stuart coming back up into this area, trying to get this flag back. I'm being taken down now. Valentine gets picked off, I believe, by the Pak 40 there. IL-2 trying to strafe down the IG-33, but no, he does have his AA doing the job now. So flag 41 over here. This guy, he's firing there. I actually put it on defensive fire for this area to pick off the Pak and the IG-33, but he must have just caught sight of these things and started to blab there instead, which is unfortunate. My opponent has 3 Nebelwerfers out there. I think I had these on counter battery, like on and off at some point. At this point I just might have forgot about them, not using them just yet. But yeah, really close fight. Strelkit getting mopped up everywhere here. But yeah, I didn't know what to do at this point. I was just attacking in several positions at once. I decided to bring out a 120mm here, and I was going to bring out a supply truck at some point. Then keep these pounding away into here, I believe. Yep. I was going to pick off this Pak. Finally get rid of it. It's been an annoyance. Is that what got the... No, it's not. So, ISU 122. I think it's relatively safe over here now, so start to move him up. I saw this Stug, I want to take him out. JU coming in again. Looks like he's going to get off a nice bombing run over here. Yeah. I think I do spot this in time. Yeah, start to fall those guys back quickly. Need some more AA over there, really. The combat, I did bring him in like a while back, but I forgot to unload him, so he sat there for a long time doing nothing. I was thinking about bringing it up here, but I was fearful of a Nebelwerfer strike coming down, so I thought I'd put him here, then get a leader up here later to upvet the AA. Now I'm starting to push a bit harder. Starting to go down the road with the ISU 122. Backed up by the ZIS-3. I'm bring up the sniper as well to support fairly shortly. I'm hoping to get into this area, get this flag. Hoping to push back into here as well. With the constant fire of these mortars, which must be so damn annoying. I was hoping to get back in here. IL-4 not getting any bombs off. I think I was bombing for this forest or this forest. Not quite sure which one. And the artillery firing again. It's going to pick off the Pak. My Superior should deal with the Schutzen in the forest here. Yeah, TNT does the trick. Strelky DB coming in now, got plenty of those. Now I'm thinking more about upvetting things. I brought in a leader here. I'm trying to get a chain of command going across the entire map. So probably need like one more in around here somewhere to link all this up. Probably one in here too. But I've got plenty of leaders in my deck. I've got A, B and C card of leaders. And hoping to get into here. Mortar's still doing a business. And here we see some counter battery coming in. He gets a big boom on the map. He's already managed to pick up this, and unfortunately we have a disconnect. But yeah, what do you think? Who's going to win? It's fairly close. I was a little bit ahead, but it was even overall. Personally, I think I could have kept going. I think I just might have ground him down into the ground. Because I have so many infantry in this deck, it's unbelievable. I'll show you shortly. But yeah, the start I had, actually, I thought I was a waste and I wasted so many points. But these things are really cheap and they got some good kills on them. So I was fairly happy with that. Alpha Class 15 points. Schutzen Well, yeah, how much are they? Are they 30 or 20? I think they're 30 points, aren't they? So there's a good kill there. Good kill there. MG42, great kill there. So these are worth 10 points. So they've more than paid for themselves, and for some more of them. Another MG going down here to them. Sniper got Stern Pioneer as well. So yeah, the opening was pretty successful, I'd say. Pretty successful indeed. And it's the shock factor as well, it's annoying. So he soon mobbed them up again. Beglite Pioneer 3-star, Jesus. This guy just mobbed up. Yeah, they are tough units. I guess I get one TNT probably killed all 3 of those damn things. And then the Schutzen started, once he got into a more solid position, the Schutzen start laying down the pain. But yeah, interesting game. Shame it ended so quickly. And this guy seems like a decent player. But yeah, rating, yeah, overall ranking 346. Not that this, you can't really tell much with this, but victory rate of 55%. Yeah, okay. And if you look at his multiplayer, he's only got this percentage, but you don't even know what this means. But he seems to know what he was doing, generally speaking. So decent. Level 11, again, meaningless. Probably, yeah, he's played 118 games, so reasonably new player, but looks pretty solid. So yeah, he could be a dangerous opponent with some more experience and some more knowledge of the game and the divisions and the maps, etc. But let me just show you a deck, and I'll show you why I probably would have won that game. Yeah, he killed off one of my big boom artillery pieces, but let me show you this deck. Yeah, you may be thinking I might have had one more of those artillery pieces, but you would be wrong. Where is it? Yeah, Balance Rush. No, I had 3 more. I also had, I would have had 2 more, one of these, 3 more of these, I think 4 more of them, maybe I think 2 more of these as well, and 3 more of them. Yeah, you can imagine the kind of pain it's going to cause. And ISU 122s, I had I'm not sure how many more I had. I had enough. I had more bombers to come in. I had plenty of these because I had a B card of them. I think I had 2 out, might have lost 1, so I had more of those to come in if need be. I lost a fighter. I do like to bring these in usually, but not in this deck. I think they're quite cool because they tend to get their rockets off quite early, and although they've only got 2 and they tend to miss their target, it's a 305mm HE. I mean, if you just see a clump of infantry, you fly this thing out, it's just devastating. They're awesome. They're good fun. I really like to use them. I might even change them up, put them in C for this instead. But yeah, over a 1,000kg bomb is tasty too, isn't it? But I got, yeah, 108 infantry. C card of Strelky DP and Strelky. 16 leaders. So everything's going to be up vetted to high heaven. Got plenty of stewards to come in and cause anointed. I still have some Valentines left. Still had 2 of these left. Oh no, I think I have 1 left over at the end. So we've got 3 leaders there. Yeah, so I think I could have kept going. And you see supplies, plenty. But if it was a different map, I probably would have said it would have been a lot tougher for me, because I would have to lay down smoke and get in there and amongst him. It would have been more difficult to deal with 78 Sturm at long range with 184th. You've only really got these at ISU 122s for like this 2k range. Then you got this. I've only got 3 of them in A as well, and because I'd rather have them there and just rely on my rely on these to do the work later on if need be. Those and the bombers and the artillery. That's kind of how I work this deck. And in the early game, the Valentines, you can see the kind of work these things can do. Extremely slow. They arrive there like God knows how much later in the game, but they can stand up against any medium tank, and if you get the kill off against a Stug like I did, they're already boxing above their weight there in terms of the price. Great unit. I often put these at 2-star vet as well in A and just bring them out early, so like sometimes put a 2 or 3 in deployment, just so like by the time the fight's getting getting together on the front line in A phase. These are going to arrive and offer some nice anti-tank support. And then, because later in the game I'm not going to use them much more because they take too long to get there. But in this deck, I've only got them at 1 star because there's obviously a lack of armor in this deck. But yeah, this is a deck again, like I've been mentioning elsewhere. I would sort of recommend this for beginners as well, in terms of you get lots of stuff, it's forgiving, you can just kind of throw things in and figure out how things work. You're not likely to win many games with it though. The same with Tartalek, because you have to know how to play them a bit better. But this kind of division, the infantry is okay. You got decent infantry. These Strelky SVT pretty sharp. Strelky DPs are good. You get some half tracks as well, so you get a good mix. You could bring in Tankos, but I haven't got them in this deck. I've just gone for laying down the range fire, nothing else, and using these in CQC instead. But yeah, but Tartalek is much more difficult to play with the infantry. So if you play with Tartalek, and you can buy things in whenever you want as a new player. Yeah, you might have heavy losses, but you're not losing many points, so that's the bonus. And with this deck, it's a bit the same. A bit of the same stuff kind of going on, except for your infantry are a little bit more tanky, a little bit more powerful, a bit more well equipped. Will really struggle up against the Germans for sure, Panzergrens and stuff. But they're not too bad. You have all the supporting fire. You got to make use of the artillery tab. It's a good deck for figuring out the artillery because you get plenty of it and it's relatively cheap. Get good range of mortars. You get the big old mortars, the little mortars, some decent enough bog standard artillery, some big boom artillery. Same with the planes as well. The LA5's not a bad fighter. It does some work. It's super fast. Can kill things. Yeah, bad resilience, but you've also got different options. The anti-tank rocket plane, you got a napalm plane, and this thing, like I was saying before, good fun if you want to mess around with that. And you got these IL-4s, very durable bombers. I do like them a lot. Bit slow. The IL-2 recon plane is really nice as well. So it's all round. There's nothing special about this division. You just get lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. If they had a card of Shermans in here, something this division would be, yeah, that would boost it up a hell of a lot. Be really good. Or even some T-34s or something. But the problem is the AT. As you can see, you've only got one card of this 3. But you can also make use of these things as AT because it's basically the same gun, but you only get 10 shells. So yeah, you're not exactly short on these AT guns for like 1,500 meter range, but above that you're going to be struggling. This thing can also be used with its heat. This can pick off big boys. Anyway, so yeah, I do kind of recommend this deck. It is fun. You're not likely to win, but you'll have some nice grindy matches. You'll probably learn a lot about them. Like, even if you're going to lose and you're falling behind, just keep on throwing things in, and you get to learn what the different units can do. So it's a pretty good way to get an idea about how to use the Soviet infantry, because you get all of it in here, apart from the Strafniki you don't get. You've got Tankos, you've got Avto, Saperi, Strelky DP, and the regular Strelky, even the Chernos as well. So yeah, give it a go. It's a lot of fun in my opinion. And that's about that. So goodbyes.